That's the solo to In the Sunshine from the EP coming out in November, In the Sunshine. And I am going to teach it to you. It's not easy, it's not hard, it's kind of in the middle. It's a whole series of different kinds of ways of thinking about playing lead. I wanted to do something different for me, because I do a lot of shreddly diddly widdly. It's not always appropriate for a tune, and in this case it definitely wasn't appropriate. I'm doing this on an iPhone because I think it's a little bit easier for me to get in and out of some of the shots than it is with my SLR. So I really hope that the quality is good enough, and I apologise if it's not. So let's start bit by bit and get this nailed. So the first part, I sing my solos, I sing the melodies out, and then I turn the vocal melody into a guitar solo, and I'll talk a lot more about this in some videos coming up at some point on YouTube. But so when the chord progression kicked off, I ended up singing this. So I'm using the G string, by the way I'm tuned down to semitone, using the G string, and it was just that kind of a vocal melody. And it's just 3, 5, 7. I'm pulling off to the open G string to give it an interesting guitar kind of sound, because going from vocal to guitar sounds very different. Vocalists make completely different note choices, and they can't pull off to an open string. They don't often think about doing that kind of thing. So that phrase again is... And now I'm laying down an octave from the 3rd fret. In fact, I realise there are no fret markers, so I will tell you fret positions. So, and all I'm doing is, because this D string is ringing, I'm just going to pluck the B string octave note and let that continue to ring as I slide it. I don't pluck them both like that. So you get... I'll do that again. That's the melody. So I'm going 3, 5, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 5. You can kind of follow the dots if you've got them on your guitar. So far. That was a bit messy, but you get the idea. You're already ringing that note, and then you just lay that little octave on top and just pluck it. Then I'm doing a Hey, I Could Be in Led Zeppelin lick, which goes like this. Like that. I'll play that again for you. Now, I'm not going to teach you to suck eggs. This is a pretty standard kind of blues lick. But what I am going to do is play it for you nice and slow a bunch of times so that you get grips with it. It's just a position 1 blues scale on the 3rd fret, and it starts with this little phrase, which is 3, 5, 3, D string to G string, and that kind of sets up the rolling part of this riff. So, and then that's how it goes. Let me give you the noisiest close-up ever on my rolling chair. So you get this. There's that lick, nice and easy. And then I go, which is just 7th fret B string. Now, as I come down from this, I swap to my 1st finger a semitone below. because what I'm then going to do is reach over with my little finger to play the next part of this lick. So let me tie it into that so it makes sense as a whole lick. Shit, that was really messy. I'll do that again. So I've gone from this, and then I put my first finger down a semitone behind it, so that's 5th fret, and then I go like that, which is kind of Hotel California sort of vibe. It's a country thing, really. So you got the. You could also slide that up, but I think it sounds nicer bent. And then, in fact, sometimes I do slide it, but bending it, sliding it, whichever way, if the guitar's doing that cool feedback thing, I bend it. Otherwise, you could go like that. And then, from wherever you are, there's another melodic line, which just goes. This was another sung melody, and that's why it's a little bit weird to play on the guitar. It doesn't really seem to fit particularly nicely, but it's a nice melody. Do you a close-up? So. And this is 10, 11, 13, 12, 10. You see where you are, don't you? This is pentatonic in D, position 1. I mean, I'm using a modal scale, but that's the gist of that. So anyway, from or. Something I really like to do is slide phrase it the way Steve Vai would do, or Marty Friedman would do. So. Here's the next phrase. And I'll play it for you nice and close on my wheelie chair close-up cam. Look at that, perfectly smooth. So the scale is. So 13, 11, 10, 12, 11, 10, 9, 12, 10, 8. That's the scale shape I'm using to do. That, and here it is one more time, nice and slow. I think that was right. It's really weird playing things slow. It just doesn't seem to fit with my mind. Next part. So this is kind of fun and nice and easy. I'm just going 12, 10, oh my god, I'm so dyslexic. 12, 10, 8. But every time I do it, I'm plucking a G string above, like that. And then I'm going. And again, weird fingering because I sang this over the track. I can't wait to tell you something really exciting in a minute. So here is that, nice and close. See that change? Second finger. and then up to here. So that's, when you're done, I'm going, and then changing the finger. So I'm changing from here to 10th fret G string with the second finger. And then from here, I'm moving my third finger to the 13th fret B string. So. Now, this next lick is my favourite of the entire song. So I'm just using my first finger as a bar on the 11, 10, 9, 8th fret across the E and the B. I don't even use the B string, but it's there as a chord, like a triad. And I'm going to open G to 10th fret G. And then plucking the E string. I think I was mimicking a Beatles thing, but whatever, it sounds cool. So, there you have it. That's the whole thing. So, I'll do it all close up and slow so you can see it and assimilate it. And then you know what, when this drops in November, it would be really cool if you guys were some of the first people to cover the solo on YouTube, and then I would have a knowledge that you had a knowledge. So here it is in its entirety, nice and slow. One more time, even slower. The whole thing is tuned differently though. So it's all tuned with the E string down to D and the A string down to G. So I slide, I'll show you actually, I've got a slide here. So I slide the rhythm parts, but then the top of the guitar is the same. So, and then the rest of the guitar is just... all normal for playing lead guitar. There you go. In Das Sunshine. Enjoy, get practicing, and I'll shoot another video in a minute. See you later.